actually. So.
It is actually a well-known fact that being asked to be a best man is just a little bit like being asked to make love to the Queen. It's a great honour, but you really don't want to do it. Seriously, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are all enjoying this very special day. And I think you all agree it's been quite emotional. Even the cake's actually in tears. First of all, I'll get my jigs out of the way, and I'd like to raise a toast to the bridesmaids, Ellie and Andrea, who have done a fantastic job today, while being able to still look absolutely beautiful. So just raise your glasses to bridesmaids. Too many toasts, I'm struggling. Right, anyway, for those of you who don't know me, and there's not many here that don't, my name is actually Richard. But everyone else, obviously, everyone knows me as Viv. I'd like to think that I am actually Dave's best friend. However, there could be an opening after this next 5 minutes. And from the moment, basically, Dave asked me to be the last man, I knew this was going to obviously be the most challenging part for me. And then I sort of looked back on a few pieces of Dave's life, and I realised that really it was going to be pretty easy. So obviously I said yes to being Dave's best man, and I just want to show you what Dave's reaction was when I actually accepted his offer. A little bit something like that. It gets easier. And it'll get even easier as well as it goes on. Come on, all right, laugh it out, laugh it out. All right, but no, seriously, so where to start really, it's quite difficult. So basically I asked everyone who's been best man before, you know, what advice they can give me, and everyone sort of comes up with the same thing. You know, buy a book, look on the internet. So you take people's advice on board, so I did. So I bought the book, read it, well, didn't even read it actually, got quite bored very quickly, so it's been that one, been a bloke. Then I started looking on the internet. I looked at, you know, the usual websites that you do. Then 2 days before I actually flew out, I thought, you better look at a best man or a wedding one, fella, otherwise you're going to be serious trouble. But then old habits do die very hard with myself, so there you go. And joking aside, I did get some good ideas actually from the internet, and I also got some bad ones as well. But what I thought I'd start out with, I'd see if there was a point in time when Dave was actually born, if there was anything significant that happened on that day. And it turns out that the only thing that I could actually find was that on the same day that Dave was born, and pardon me, I might get this wrong actually, but a Tunisian immigrant called Hamida Danjadoubi became the last man to be guillotined in France. I can't really go any further with that, and I just hope that Dave is not the reincarnation, because he wasn't a very nice guy. But that's serious, I'm not joking. But yeah, obviously, you know, I've got lots and lots of stories about Dave. Unfortunately, for a lot of them, most of them incriminate me too. And I will have to say to Dave when I ask him to do the honour of being my best man as well. So I've had to choose wisely. But before I move on to those, what I decided to do, I decided to sort of send out an email and ask a lot of the guys in his family to just send me an email with 3 words that sort of summed Dave up. Now, unfortunately, a lot of them didn't come through due to the explicit content that was involved in those, so you can make of that exactly what you will. However, lots of words did come up on a regular basis, things like thoughtful, great friend, trustworthy, and caring.
Legend.
a legend. I'll have that one as well. That was you must have sent me that one. But then I came across one response, and I didn't really want to use it, and the words were lazy, ungrateful, and stubborn. And like I said, I didn't really want to use those, but I thought, well, if Dave's dad doesn't know him, who does? Probably Andrew now as well. Now, from that young age that we saw in that first picture, Dave's always been quite a sporty guy. Now, Dave said that we met at 11, and I don't believe that to be true. I think we met more or less around the age of 9 or 10. And the reason Dave sort of took that out is because we actually met at judo, where I used to deliver some severe beatings to him. Much to my pleasure, obviously. But to be fair to him, this didn't downhearten him, and he got a bit of extra courage up then, and he decided to go play football for, without a doubt, the roughest team in the inner city Leeds area. That team being Seacroft Colts. Now, unfortunately for Dave, right, this was just that little bit too far for him, because after being shot at with crossbows and trying to dodge people doing burnouts on the pitch when someone was trying to take a penalty, he decided to actually hang his boots up, and he actually decided, fully enough, to go play a girls' sport, the one made famous by that great British institution, St Trinians. I am actually talking about hockey. Now, Chris, I'm sorry about that. Please don't take offence, and Paul as well. I can take one back, I'll prove that, but 3 I'll probably struggle with. Well, I might not be actually. Now, unfortunately, at this time in Dave's life, which you're probably not aware, he didn't actually fit in with the rest of the girls on his team. But not to be put off by this, Dave decided to do the only thing that he thought he could do. He grew long, blonde hair. I've actually got proof of this as well. No, but seriously, it does look like an ugly girl. It does, I'm sorry. It does look like an ugly girl. So it fit in completely. Now, another thing that you might not know as well is because Dave is the ultimate professional, he actually went to the doctors. And he explained that he was now playing girls' hockey and he wanted to fit in. So he asked if he could be given some female hormones. Unfortunately, the doctor was a locum and foreign, as they tend to be nowadays. And he had to get his growth hormones instead. Which is why you see the big lanky boy that you have. Oh dear. However, because of obviously his masculine physique, he turned out to be the Caster Semenya of hockey. And for those of you who don't know who Caster Semenya is, she's that woman that looks like a blur. And he went on to play for Yorkshire in the north of England. So I'd just like to congratulate Dave for that. It turned out he was just a gender cheat after all. Oh dear. So obviously you can imagine his friends and his family's relief when he actually met Alex, who I would like to thank for putting him back definitely on the straight and the narrow. And I'd just also like to thank her as well for being a lovely lady, and from what I've got to know over the last few years, a wonderful friend as well. And I would also like to say how beautiful she does look today. One thing, however, I could change about Alex and Dave as well, I just wish every time I came down from Leeds I'd have some toilet roll ready for me when I came down. Miss out with it. I think even when I went to the apartment over in Italy, when I went in there, she was like, "Sorry, Dave, it's just like home, we have no toilet roll." Now, around that last picture you saw was around the time that Dave actually picks up